Hello everyone, welcome back to Art a la Carte, and today's episode of Drawing People 101, we're going to talk about drawing kids. I love kids in real life and I love to draw them. So let's talk about some differences in drawing adult people as in drawing kids. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a really fast sketch of a person, an adult, and then we'll look at the differences there. Now sometimes we think, oh, when drawing a kid, you just draw them way smaller. No, the proportions are a little bit different. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a circle for the head. And we're just going to use our stick figures to build this shape up here. And the head in proportion to the rest of the body is going to be slightly larger than it would be on an adult. So drawing your head in there. And then we're going to put in the shoulders, and the shoulders are not going to be as wide as when you are an adult. As you get older, your shoulders kind of get a little bit more wide. So if you give your character a little bit more narrow shoulders, it's going to give them a little bit more of a younger appearance. So narrow shoulders. Then we're going to go ahead and give a rather large portion for the rib cage, and then right underneath the rib cage, we're going to go ahead and just draw in the hips area. Now when drawing the feet and the arms, remember that they're going to be in proportion a little bit shorter. So the distance between the hip and the knees to the ankle are a little bit shorter. As you get older, those will lengthen. So compared drawing like a toddler to maybe a junior high 13, 14-year-old, you're going to see a great difference in that proportioning. So the younger they are, the shorter that distance is. While you're practicing this out, or you're getting your sketch or your positioning down, remember to draw really light and smooth. I'm doing this on the computer, but you can definitely do this with just regular pencil or paper. But just remember to draw really lightly and smoothly. That way, if something is out of proportion, it's easier to go back and erase it and fix it up. Now, when you go to the part where you begin to flesh out the body, like the limbs, I tend to put them a little bit more on the pudgy side. Kids tend to be a little bit fuller, and then as they, especially in their toddler ages, are a little bit kind of rounder, and then as they grow up, they really kind of tend to thin out sometimes then. And again, this is all just generalization. As you know from one of my other previous videos on body types, we all come in all different shapes and sizes, so this is just in general. Okay, so here, like I was saying earlier, you want to draw lightly. I was drawing the arms, and again, they're a little bit too long. Seriously, the arms are going to be much shorter in comparison than you would in drawing an adult figure in comparison to the rest of their body. Just a little bit shorter. So I always tend to want to draw them longer and then have to go back and erase them and fix them. So take it from me, draw small. Now, this is the basic body that we have of a child who's maybe 3, 4 years old. And I'm not going to get into great detail on the face in this video. I will actually have a separate video where I talk about drawing children's faces, just because there are a couple things that we want to take a peek at in more detail, and I don't want to make this a super long video. So I'm just going to make an entire video just focusing on drawing kids' faces. We have a couple more minutes left of this video, so let's go ahead and draw one more kid. This time we'll draw a little boy, and we'll make this boy even a little younger. Maybe this little boy is maybe 2, just learning how to walk. When I get into toddlers, I really like to kind of pronounce the kind of poochy toddler belly that they have, and the way they stand is so cute, especially when they're just beginning to learn how to walk and they're getting their balance. They have kind of this little stance of and I don't even know how to describe it, but they're so not sure of their balance that they're just ready for anything. So generally when I draw them, I draw their legs a little bit farther apart, maybe their toes turned in a little bit. It's just stabilizing them a little bit more, and it's really cute. I encourage, if maybe you have younger siblings in your house, or you know, maybe you have nieces or nephews. I have a niece. I get to kind of watch her as she plays, or pictures and things like that. Study how kids look, how they look when they're running and jumping and playing. Sometimes I just take my sketchbook and go to the park, and while my niece is running and playing, I just sketch her and all that. I would probably advise not going and sketching children you don't know without their parents' permission. The parents will be like, dude, why are you drawing my children, creeper? So yeah, I want to be careful of that. But if you have people's permission to sketch, you know, you can just say, I'm a learning student, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if I drew your children as they're playing. And, you know, sometimes parents are very understanding about that and would say, sure, do that. But yeah, books, movies, things like that also will give you some great reference photos. But just practice those out, and then we'll come back with another video where we talk about kids' faces. So thanks guys for hanging out with me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to this channel so you don't miss out on future videos like the drawing kids' face video coming up very soon. And we'll also be talking about drawing older people like grandmas and grandpas and how awesome they are. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Creeper.